Hello everyone and welcome to a new build. This time I'm going for something more normal. It's a castle build called Castle Valguero, based on the name of the map. I've shown most of the parts of this base in the showcase that you just seen, but I figured I would talk through some of the more interesting details on this base and gather that into the same video. So this is on Valguero, Project Valguero. It's a new map. And I heard about this map on Twitter and I talked a bit about this map with the creator and I decided to check it out. And my main inspiration for this build was just this spot. I was flying around looking at decent places on the map where I could build. I came across this and I figured that this would be a great spot for a castle. It's not a flat surface on this main rock here, obviously, but thanks to the cliff platforms, you can do stuff like this without any bigger problems, actually. So this build is made with using noclip. Most of this is regular building stuff anyway, but doing it with noclip helps me to do certain things like this section, for instance, where I can clip this into the wall. I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. So it becomes a little nicer, but there is no really odd stuff going on here in terms of the building mechanics. Most of this is doable even unofficial, without any issues. I have some neat stuff and things here. For instance, this is a layered wall with these little details here and the double doorways going up. I have a fence foundation here which actually supports this pillar right here, so that I can break this part of the adobe up. And then obviously lots of plants everywhere. Same with the plants here, although I've hidden the actual crop plots here together with the manticore head. I've been talking some with Firepumpkin, who is a great interior design and details builder in ARK. So she was very helpful in giving me some of these ideas. The main part of this is obviously circles, circular buildings. It's these three main towers here. And these are actually 24-sided circles, which is made using the new building pieces from Homestead, where you combine the triangles and the regular foundations to actually get 24 snappable fence foundations, so you don't have to eyeball or free place any fence foundations actually, which is very handy. Obviously this is also kind of hard. It's doable but hard to do unofficial. When you clip them like this into the wall, you need to replace door frames instead and it takes ages. Can be done, but using noclip it's so much easier. I'm really happy about the fact that the outer wall follows the shape of the main structure. The way I did with this was that I built out from the main structure all the way out to where I wanted the wall to be, using this circle as a template, and then I just deleted the foundations and pillars on the way. Same way with this straight wall here, which is exactly the same angle as the main straight wall here on the actual main building. And here as well we have a circle that I built out, so I can get a perfect alignment with the outer wall against the actual rest of the building. I kept most of this unpainted. The adobe is painted with tangerine. Basically all of it is painted with tangerine. I'm getting kind of stone adobe mix that is only slightly different towards the actual usual adobe. It becomes a bit redder, but that's about it. It makes it pop a little more, which I really like. So that's why I chose this color scheme instead of just a regular. I painted most of the wood that I use white. I tend to use these types of stairs instead of the stone stairs, which I think looks better as a stair, but also to break up the monotony of having too much stone in the build. I have used some stone stairs over here and then also foundations at various heights to make this very long and big staircase, where you have the main entrance where you're going. So this is a very intricate stair where you can walk up to this part, which is an aviary tower. I parked some Argentavises here and then some Pteranodons and a Tabijara. It goes up here. And on top of this building, I can go in this way. You have a storage room where you combine regular storages with the tech storage and also some vaults. And up top you have a Quetzal parking for dropping off stuff. Here you have the main pathway up if you come from this entrance, where I tried to encapsulate this elevator platform rather than just having it hang free in the air. I was trying to make it look as if it was running on these door frames, double door frames, which looks kind of cool actually. I think I'm really happy with it. Also, I encapsulated the drop-off point, or where you get on it, in this little semicircle. So you can go in here and then you take it all the way up. The good thing also is that up here I encased it a bit. These parts here obviously get the structural integrity from down below, from the foundations there. So you can build out like this so that it looks more natural, so it doesn't just hang in the air like elevators usually do. We have a very long staircase going down here to the main crafting room, which is yet another circular room. Has probably the best views in the whole base, looking out of these windows or this balcony here. Cool thing about Valguero is this map is that it has these mountains at the edge of the world instead of just water or something like that, which makes for really, really great views. The map seems so much larger than it actually is. It's a large map, but it seems even larger this way. Right now they're a bit fuzzy because I'm using the NVIDIA game filters, which makes depth of field, makes the distance looks a bit blurry. We have an entrance that goes in here where you have a breeding room with all of the air conditioners, and then a place to fix the food for the babies. I was trying to make this more usable as an actual base than I normally do with the concept builds and the Star Wars ships and stuff like that. It's obviously not a real base, but I was trying to make this one as if I were to play on it. Further down here you have a greenhouse. It has this glass just where you need it, so that all of these have 300% efficiency. But if you make a greenhouse just made of glass, it looks very futuristic and techy, and I don't like it, so I was trying to make something that blended more into the rest of the base. Turned out pretty cool, I think, with a circular build. And then up here at the top you have the main area, I would say. You have this part which works as a little storage area and just room for some minor dinos, and you have this elevator that goes up or down, doesn't matter, let's go up, which is at the center of this 24-sided circle. If you go up here, you come to an area up here where you have like a dining area and a little bit of a kitchen. So this is kind of like the role-playing room, if you will. And then you can move even further up, so you get up here, so you can go to the very top of the base. And all the way up here to the top. And also obviously the elevator goes all the way up here to this balcony up top, where you can fit some flying dinos if you so wish. All of this base has electric lights running along its edges and electricity running. The new flexi cables are really helpful when doing this, when it goes inside here, so you can see. So this is running all along this whole area. Even though it's a curved wall, you have no issues in doing this thanks to the flexi cables, where you can put down a new cable and then connect the two together. Which means that I can have lights all around this perimeter here, which would have been a bloody nightmare if I didn't have those flexi cables. So really happy they got added into the game as well. All of these main circular buildings are based on cliff platforms. I'm gonna go inside so you can see here. Here you can see where the platform is situated, and then you have 24 edges on this platform where I can build out from. And those are the basis for all of this geometrical shape, including the wall out here, of course. Really happy about how this build turned out. It's a really massive build. I think that from top to the very bottom down here, it's around 55 or so walls high, which is pretty high. I put in a lot of dinos to make it seem like this was an actual habitable base, and that has its toll on the frame rates. But if you were to lower it down, this will be totally playable. It's just a little bit awkward when I'm trying to film at 60 FPS when I'm doing the showcase videos. It struggles sometimes when bases become this large. Other than that, I'm really happy about how this turned out. It was a fun build, great map. Thank you everyone so much for watching this. I hope you liked it. And I see you in the next one.